Have you ever wondered what women really want in a relationship? Forget romantic cliches and fairy tales. Today, we'll take an enlightening journey into human psychology, guided by a thinker who dared to face reality, Niccolò Machiavelli. Prepare to discover an uncomfortable but liberating truth that will forever change the way you view love and relationships. 500 years ago, while the world considered him lost, Niccolò Machiavelli, an exiled Florentine diplomat, wrote reflections that still resonate with astonishing power today. His observations of human nature, often brutal but always honest, offer a unique lens for understanding relational dynamics. He didn't simply describe how things should be, but how they really are. Machiavelli had the courage to document the truth, even when it was inconvenient. While others extolled values like honor and loyalty in an absolute manner, he noted that affection and loyalty can wane when circumstances change. He didn't condemn this, but rather described it as an intrinsic part of the human condition. The heart of Machiavelli's thought lies in the effective truth of things, that is, reality as it is, not as we imagine it. He argued that human beings, regardless of gender or social class, are fundamentally guided by what is advantageous to them. This is not pure selfishness, but a logic of survival. When it comes to relationships, this perspective is revolutionary. Every individual, man or woman, unconsciously asks themselves a fundamental question. Is this relationship improving my life, or is it jeopardizing it? The answer to this question profoundly influences the duration and quality of any bond. We live in an age where love is often described in terms of chemistry or fate, but Machiavelli knew that desire always has a context. Attraction isn't random, affection isn't gratuitous, and commitment is never guaranteed. People stay in a relationship as long as their needs are met. Every relationship is, in a certain sense, an invisible contract. It's not a written agreement, but a tacit exchange of emotional, practical, and psychological benefits. When this balance is disrupted, or when one party perceives that the costs outweigh the benefits, the bond begins to falter. For women, this dynamic has historically been even more pronounced. Their biological, social, and economic vulnerability has led them to develop a keen understanding of their partners. A feminine psychology based on risk assessment and discernment has evolved. This doesn't mean that women are calculating, but rather that they are acutely aware of the implications of a poor choice. When a woman enters a relationship, she does so with an innate sense of protection for her own well-being and that of her potential offspring. It's an evolutionary survival strategy. Machiavelli, while not addressing romantic relationships directly, offers us a fundamental key: the search for security. For women, security is the cornerstone on which every lasting relationship is built. It's not just about financial security, but a much broader concept. Security includes emotional stability, predictability in a partner's behavior, respect, protection, and the certainty of a shared future. It's the feeling of being able to count on the other, of being safe both physically and psychologically. Without this foundation, love struggles to flourish. Society often stigmatizes this wisdom, labeling it cynicism or selfishness. Machiavelli would be considered dangerous because he exposed the truth behind the illusion of unconditional romantic love. He teaches us that self-interest, if well managed, is not negative. Remaining loyal is important, but when the cost outweighs the benefit, it's only human to decide to leave. Women, like men, attach themselves to those who offer stability, meaning, and reward. This isn't cold rationality, but an emotional intelligence that's fundamental to survival and well-being. Machiavelli teaches us that love, like any relationship, is a dynamic contract that requires ongoing investment. It's not a one-time deal, where initial attraction guarantees lifelong loyalty. Relationships thrive only where there's a constant balance of giving and receiving. Women, like everyone else, want to know that their expectations and needs are considered and met. When this balance is disrupted, or when their partner stops investing in the relationship, their sense of security diminishes and the bond weakens. Often, when relationships fail, Machiavelli's explanation suggests that the decline is the result of an imbalance in exchanges. Men can sometimes feel neglected or confused when a woman withdraws. They don't understand that initial attraction doesn't guarantee lasting loyalty. By failing to notice the signs of change, they may fail to understand the progressive deterioration of their partner's perceived security. This can lead to breakups that appear sudden, but are actually the culmination of a long process of emotional evaluation and disinvestment. By dismantling myths and prejudices, we can reach the one fundamental truth. Women don't seek perfect love stories, but security. This doesn't mean they're looking for powerful or wealthy men in the strictest sense. They'll seek security in all its forms. Emotional security, relational security, financial security, and psychological security are all interconnected. The security of being understood, of not being judged, of being respected, and of having a stable future. In such a context of fairness and stability, love can flourish and thrive. Thus, putting on Machiavelli's lenses allows us to see relationships in a new and more realistic light. We stop trying to simply be chosen and start becoming someone worth choosing, someone who offers security and stability. We remember that we are all human, and the dynamics that govern our relationships are universal. Understanding these things doesn't make you cynical. It makes you prepared and compassionate. It allows you to see relationships not as magical guarantees, but as mutual responsibilities that require continuous investment. The world punished Machiavelli for telling the truth, but the truth survived. And today it offers liberation, not fear. If you want a love that lasts, don't chase fantasy. Don't demand unconditional devotion, and don't rely on promises. Build security within yourself, in your life, and in your relationship. Offer what sustains the bond, not just what sparks attraction. Because the only thing women want is the same thing every human being wants. A relationship in which their interests, identity, and future are protected, not threatened. And once you understand that, you stop trying to be chosen and start becoming someone worth choosing. Welcome to the real world. If you've made it this far, remember to subscribe to the Winning Mentality channel, activate the notification bell, and remember to write in the comments what you think of this video and express a thought so that we can share our ideas together. It's very important to me, perhaps that we have in common, and comment on them and compare them together. Let's integrate security into our lives, not only to protect ourselves, but also those around us. Because ultimately, this is the key. If we want to build lasting and meaningful relationships, we must be able to ensure safety and stability, both for ourselves and our partners. If this analysis has opened your eyes and you want to further explore human dynamics to build more authentic and lasting relationships, don't stop here. Subscribe to our Winning Mentality channel now so you don't miss upcoming videos that will guide you towards greater awareness. Hit the notification bell to stay up to date and share this video with anyone who wants to understand the true nature of human connections. Your journey to more meaningful relationships starts now.